Just so.
Vietnam.
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 Just so Vietnam.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Just So Vietnam, a Vietnam travel guide and a guide to the way of life here. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to explore modern-day Vietnam through the eyes of expats who call it home. Here's the headlines for today's show. In our segment of Just Ask, let's hear from Sam, who's got some interesting information about the custom of chewing betel in Vietnam. Then, in Just Try, let's learn about fish cage farming in Sun River, Quang Binh province. Finally, let's hear a few tips about where to find foods in Vietnam during the holidays in the country in our Just Go segment. I'm sure you'd have a lot of questions about Vietnam. We'll bring you Mr. Questioning, Sam Patterson. Just ask him any questions about travel and life here in Vietnam.
Uống nước, ăn đâu? Ăn cho đi.
Thử đi.
Thử đi. Ok, chào xin.
Chào mượn nhiều rồi. Cảm ơn nhá.
What is chào cao? Chào bạn. It's me, Sam, for Just Us. So today I have been trying chào cao, or in English, the betel nut. So here we can see the betel nut. Since ancient times, it's been used at the start of many ceremonies involving Vietnamese people. There's many different ways to eat it, but this is the most popular way. Here you can see the betel nut, which has been divided into 5 pieces. It's then placed inside the leaf with a little bit of bark and a rose petal, which you remove. You don't need to eat that. After that, you wrap it up, you pop it in your mouth, and you chew on it. You don't actually eat it because it causes bad health problems if you do, so be careful about that. In Vietnam, the betel nut is always used in ceremonies like weddings and funerals, or even Tet, where no Tet festival is complete without a plate of these.
Phong Nha, Ke Bang is a natural landscape that has been given to the people of Quang Binh. Here, the reconciliation of the primeval forest and the Sun River, together with dry caves and water caves, has captivated people. When visiting the peaceful Sun River, tourists might find strange scene of local people collecting the mosses from the riverbeds and stacking them on their boats. Why do they do it? Let's meet reporter Phuong Thao and listen to the interesting stories from local people about this job.
Sun River is a pristine river and a beautiful landscape endowed to the local people by Mother Nature. Tourists coming to Quang Binh province often take a boat ride or go kayaking to enjoy the peaceful surroundings and the lush nature here. In the afternoon, some tourists may find an interesting scene of local people collecting the mosses from the riverbed. Let's follow me to learn why they are doing so.
Chị vớt rong để làm gì đấy ạ? Cho thức ăn. Thì thức ăn là cái rong này nó ngon không hả chị? Ngon chưa? Chúng chị cho em vớt rong cùng nhá.
To the local people in Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park, the Sun River is not just a poetic river, but also an important part in their daily life. It provides them with food, water, and livelihood as tourism develops. According to the local people, the name of the river is associated with a love story of a couple. Their love was forbidden by the family. They then committed suicide together in this river. Moved by their love story, the local people called the name Sun or Loyal River as to remember their love.
It's so impressive. This river is not only beautiful, but its name also tells us a very moving story. Now, I'm really curious about the job people here are doing. Is the moss here edible? We'll have to wait and see.
Chị ơi, em tưởng rong này để ăn ạ.
Rong này để cho cá ăn, không phải cho người ăn đâu. Cả trăm này đặc sản của sông Son ấy, thì chỉ ăn rau này thôi.
So the mosses are collected to raise the cod fish, not for us.
According to Hope, most families along the Son River raise catfish in cages like this. Each afternoon, they collected the mosses to feed the fish. This has become the local specialty that serves many people.
Oh, I see now. The mosses are used to raise the fish, which has become a local specialty in the area in recent years.
The Son River, with fresh water from the ravines and many types of mosses, is a favorable conditions to raise the catfish. The fish here is not raised by industrial feed, so it tastes just like the fish in the nature.
Cái sông này thì nhờ được cái sông này mà nuôi cả trầm cỏ này để có dân được có thu nhập. Rồi như kiểu là mình lấy vài năm này là mình có 4-50 triệu vậy.
Lâu mình mới thu hoạch được cá.
Vậy 4 năm ạ, 3 đến 4 năm. Nếu mà nuôi nhanh lớn thì 3 năm, trầm lớn thì 4 năm. 4 năm mình mới thu hoạch được một lần.
After about 3 years, the fish can reach up to 6 kilograms. Fish raising not only contributes to bringing more income to local people, but also help reducing people's exploitation of river fish, which affects the ecological balance.
That was a story of codfish farming. If you visit Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng National Park, don't forget to try the organic codfish raised with mosses in the Son River.
Vietnam is perhaps one of the most fascinating countries in Asia. In the following, I'll share with you some simple but effective Vietnamese travel tips in the hope that you too can dive right into the deep end and experience what this incredible country has to offer. Sometimes your trips to Vietnam fall on major anniversaries, such as Independence Day, Tet, which is the Lunar New Year, or International Labor Day. A lot of people will probably leave the city to enjoy their holiday. Restaurants and food stores might be closed, so you might have a hard time finding something to eat. Here are some tips for you. First, some supermarkets and convenience stores would be still open, and you can even find them right around the corner from wherever you are staying. Smart apps on your phone would help you place an order from any available food shop instead of going to restaurants. A second tip is about something you can do before your trip. Do a research on holidays in Vietnam and pick the right time to travel, or try to find out what food options are available during these holidays. That way you won't end up being hungry when you travel. Another tip would be checking if you can cook or heat your own food at your accommodation. If you can, go to the local supermarket and buy raw materials or processed foods to keep your belly happy. Finally, if you have Vietnamese friends, join them and their family on these holidays. Maybe you will enjoy many Vietnamese dishes. And with that, we already come to the end of this episode. Now, if you like this program, then be sure to leave your comments on our fan page, VTV World, or to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Martijn on Just So Vietnam!